For innovation?
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
The people have spoken, the votes are in, and the players are ready to rock. At curling's first ever All-Star event, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th, where 13 of the world's best men's and women's curlers face off for a star-studded celebrity pro-am, a unique skills competition, and an all-star skins game you won't want to miss. Got a ticket? We'll see you in Music City. Don't have one? Better hurry. They're going fast. The 2025 TCG All-Star Game. Live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th. Let's rock.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Team Homan rocks. Team Mowat rocks. But who rocks harder? On April 7th, we'll find out. Presented by Rio Mare, join us in Toronto at the Curling Group's first ever Battle of the Sexes, as world #1 Team Homan takes on world #1 Team Mowat in a head-to-head charity curling skins game with a twist. 8 ends, 4 rule changes, and curling like you've never seen before. Watch it live on the Grand Slam of Curling website, app, and YouTube with celebrity coaches and special guest appearances. The Curling Group's first ever Rio Mare Battle of the Sexes, April 7th, Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. Get your tickets now at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Welcome to therockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, The Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
The people have spoken, the votes are in, and the players are ready to rock. At curling's first ever All-Star event, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th, where 13 of the world's best men's and women's curlers face off for a star-studded celebrity pro-am, a unique skills competition, and an all-star skins game you won't want to miss. Got a ticket? We'll see you in Music City. Don't have one? Better hurry. They're going fast. The 2025 TCG All-Star Game, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th. Let's rock.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice.
Team Homan rocks. Team Mowat rocks. But who rocks harder? On April 7th, we'll find out. Presented by Rio Mare, join us in Toronto at the Curling Group's first ever Battle of the Sexes, as world number 1 Team Homan takes on world number 1 Team Mowat in a head-to-head charity curling skins game with a twist. 8 ends, 4 rule changes, and curling like you've never seen before. Watch it live on the Grand Slam of Curling website, app, and YouTube, with celebrity coaches and special guest appearances. The Curling Group's first ever Rio Mare Battle of the Sexes, April 7th, Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. Get your tickets now at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
I have an idea.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
we asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the quarterfinals after an exciting game for Ryan and myself. I'm Chris Daw, joined by Ryan. And I can't remember Ryan's last name this morning because it's 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. But we've got Kleiter and Laycock. Yeah, I can talk too. Playing this morning in the first quarterfinal. In another, we've got McDonald versus Shue. We are very lucky to be able to see that. That answers the mysterious question that we were wondering. The quarters look like this. Eden versus, is it Libis? Yeah, Libis in one quarter. You can see Klima versus Moybrick on another sheet. And Shue versus McDonald in another. And of course, our coverage sheet this morning is Kleiter versus Laycock. What a night last night was, Ryan. What a game between Kleiter and Shue last night. It was
a barn burner, even though there was nothing huge on the line. We knew both teams were going to make the playoffs, but it's a sign of some exciting action we're going to see today, playoff Sunday.
At some point in time, we are going to see how this matches up. And the rest of the tournament, I guess, really was only a build-up to this particular point. Right now, no real rocks in the house. It's wide open. And we've seen, you know, if I had to pick a team here, I would say Kleiter has had the better set of games throughout the event versus Laycock. What's your thought?
Sorry, I was a little distracted there.
That's okay. I was just wondering what your thoughts on who's had a better tournament or event up to this particular point so far.
Well, let's check out the standings of how these two teams have been going so far. Looks like Team Kleiter, they've done pretty well, 4 wins and 1 loss. And then we have Team Laycock, who they are 3 wins and 2 losses, including some pretty close games against Wesley Wendling. So that was a key win. If they went 2 wins and 3 losses, he wouldn't have even made the playoffs. So that was the key game. So I would say Kleiter, maybe a little biased since that's who we also watched last night, but they seem to be playing pretty well. Maybe a little slow in some of their games to start off, but they finished strong, which is good to see.
It's early Sunday morning from where I am.
We're always up and ready to go for curling.
Yeah, 1 rock in the house. Laycock lying one, I would suspect. The way this one's playing out, it's going to be a blank end. I don't see that changing unless there's some sort of dramatic error. And this one's going to
sure looks like that.
And stick around for a minute, but not even a minute. That shot's going to be out of here.
Yep.
So the top 8 teams made it, and that has been defined this morning who the top 8 are, although all the teams are great. Just 8 of them did a little better than the others. And welcome to curling when that happens. We see the excitement in behind the glass this morning. Everyone up and about. Thank you for joining us online. This one's going to roll across. It's rather straight up and down this morning on how the first end's playing out anyways. I think this is the skip's first stone of the first end. Nothing too super eventful. The other sheets seem to be on the second end already because they're going away, so they're playing quickly. I don't know if we got a late start or what happened there.
It seemed to be just a couple minutes late to me. I was surprised that they were just throwing the draw to the button after 9 o'clock. Usually in the first game of the day, there's nothing holding you back. So the teams, if they're ready to go, they'll be excited to just hit the ice.
Up, down, not too much to call here. Nothing majorly exciting. Going back to last night's game, some of the shot executions, was absolutely unbelievable. And China was deadly on their game last night.
Phenomenal precision. Yep.
Last rock for the skipper. And nothing's a gimme.
Oh, we still got one more for the blank as well.
Well,
But
I was saying last rock for Mr. Laycock's team there.
I see. But yeah, you can't take an open hit for granted, even at this level.
No, especially if you want to blank the end.
Yep.
And my dog is reminding me that it is a Sunday morning. And I am the only one up in my house. All right. Ryland, he's got to hit and roll out to blank the end to retain hammer. And he looks like that's exactly what he'll do. Blank end. We'll be right back.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Saskatchewan, you know Sasktel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With Sasktel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. Sasktel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
The people have spoken, the votes are in, and the players are ready to rock. At curling's first ever All-Star event, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th, where 13 of the world's best men's and women's curlers face off for a star-studded celebrity pro-am, a unique skills competition, and an all-star skins game you won't want to miss. Got a ticket? We'll see you in Music City. Don't have one? Better hurry. They're going fast. The 2025 TCG All-Star Game, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th. Let's rock.
Hi, I'm Jane. And I'm Rick, and Jane and I are the owners of Sprague Foods Limited here in Belleville, Ontario, in the Bay of Quinte area. We're a food processing facility, and we can a whole range of products, including soups and sauces and rice pudding and beans.
Hey, welcome back. You're joining us in the quarterfinal play at the Speedy Creek Shootout, where we've got Rylan Kleiter playing Mr. Laycock in one of 4 quarterfinals. Last end, we saw blank end. We have some technical difficulties. We are not in the first end. We are actually in the second. But the score is right, Ryan. So, I mean, we've got part of it going on here.
Yeah, and we haven't missed any action, so that's good. It was a pretty simple and, if may I say, boring end in the first. Oh, things are looking up, though. We can see the second end now.
Ah, perfect. That's the boss hard at work in the background.
Yeah, Jerry sure is a hard worker. He puts on a great show.
So this one's going to slide to the back of the 4, fully immersed behind the red stone. So you'll find Team Laycock follow that one down, get on top of it.
And Team Kleiter has the hammer with the yellow rocks in this end, so they're not going to be too happy about that one. This is a great opportunity for Laycock to freeze one down.
And this one looks a little bit heavy. We've seen these runs on these sheets. Well, what do I know at this hour in the morning? That's a perfect shot right down on top. Freeze can't make it much better than what it currently is.
Oh, and we've seen this a few times last night. Matt Paul bringing the heat in the center.
Yeah, last night, still trying to remember what end didn't have an execution shot. There's a nice takeout on the center red guard. What's the call here, Ryan? What are they going to do?
Yeah, just plug up the hole. And there will be pretty much no draw to get the single point. There might be enough room on the intern, but you got to put it right on the tee line. But I think we're going to see some sort of run back, maybe even a triple peel. Just open things up. Yeah, there it is.
Triple peel?
They're eyeing it up.
I don't know if we're going to get the triple peel, but I'd be impressed with a triple peel.
No kidding. Well, one can strive for those things.
We know Mr. Hall can certainly throw it.
Oh, it's looking close. Boom, boom, boom. Oh!
He gets...
They'll be pretty happy with that one.
One takeout and a lot of movement.
Yep.
So that changed the landscape, as we say. And Mr. Laycock is in a very nice position, I would say.
Absolutely.
As he replaces the center guard. I don't know what the weather's like in Alberta right now, but it's nice and rainy here in BC. Nice.
Well, just let me check. I haven't gone outside yet. Probably won't for a while. Right now it is 0 degrees and nice and sunny.
And you can keep it.
Yeah, it sounds good.
All right. Looking, here comes the throw down the sheet. Of course, looking to come through the port to get on top of that redstone. Look for the late break. Looks pretty good. They're past the guard. Now it's got a curl. It's not curling. And a little down weight pops it open, wide open on the opposite side. And they only got third rock out of that.
Yeah, you're going to be pretty disappointed with that one.
Yeah, that's a tough outcome. I mean, I think they were remembering, we've seen lots of rocks down this sheet and how they break late. So they wanted to make sure they got past the guard, and they may have overswept that rock for line, holding it a little bit too long, not letting it take the natural break. So here another guard goes up, but it over curls. Nope. I have a delay going on my screen right now, so my apologies. We're jumping all over the place here. That one ended up going into the house, which is more likely what the call is. So now Kleiter, looking at 3 in the house, is sitting, I believe, 1, 2, and 3. Could be close.
I
on
know
that
that's
top one there.
Laycock sitting those.
Oh yes, sorry.
Yep.
Again, welcome. Good morning. I will catch up with the game.
No, it's all good. You couldn't be forgiven with how the colors were just a short time ago.
And now we've got a few little technical glitches this morning, folks. So
But
please
we're getting there. We can
forgive
see the
us.
rocks. Love to see it.
So movement of 1, 2, 2. That was nice. Let's take a look at that one again.
Oh, I don't know if that'll be happening.
All right. Well, let's replay that in our brain. That
Or just
worked.
rewind on the stream.
There you go.
I guess we can always do that. You know, if you want something done, you got to do it yourself.
So now Kleiter's sitting, I believe, second shot. Those the yellow and red in the back 8 on the left-hand side for us. I believe the red rock has just a slight forward lead on it. Two of them working this one pretty good as they start to close up the front, getting closer to skip stones and the end. It might be yellow. What do you think, Brian?
I think that one's red for now. It's going to be tricky to hit it out to sit 2.
I don't know. I think the way that it's a wide open port down that side, and the way that the rocks do curl, I mean, you took edge of button, maybe middle of the sheet, and you threw just back 12 at it. You could probably move that enough. Not that that would be wise, because it would kind of be wide open, giving backing. But I think this is a much better call coming in just around the front guards. Rylan does have hammer, and this is his first stone of this second end. That's what I need, a Timmy's coffee. That would get me going, I think. They got to let this go, and it's going to curl once it's past the hog line, and it's going to curl pretty darn good. So, what do? We know that China loved.
I was just thinking
that one
about
side of that one side of the sheet last night. So Meacham coming down to draw. I think they're looking at their worry. I think the most that Kleiter can get is 2, based on the way the rocks are positioned. I don't think he could get any more, depending on where this one ends up. And this one's hanging out there. It'll move late, but the weight looks up as well. It's going to be on to the back one. Now, I know it looks impossible, but there is a flat triple.
Oh, you'd have to fire that.
Well, I'm not saying it's an easy shot. What I am saying is that it is there. There is a flat triple, but really this early in the end, I don't think you need to throw that kind of a Hail Mary. But if you just skinny that red, you'd lose the 2 and then it would shoot across. There is the triple there. I think they're looking at, can they come down? That's about where I said the broom needed to be there. I think they're looking at coming down onto the red that's behind the yellow and just giving it a nick back for 2, but they're looking a little concerned about the placement of that red rock that they just threw down the opposite side of the sheet.
The good news for them here is that even if they over curl, they'll still get their single point. It's a nice pocket back there. And this looks a little inside early.
Now, being inside's okay. Don't think it's going to take off on them the way that they're managing the rock on the line.
Oh, is it going to sit? That's devastating.
That is a steal of 2.
Caught in between.
So Laycock steals 2 in the second. Kleiter with hammer going into third. We'll be back.
Team Homan rocks. Team Mowat rocks. But who rocks harder? On April 7th, we'll find out. Presented by Rio Mare, join us in Toronto at the Curling Group's first ever Battle of the Sexes, as world number 1 Team Homan takes on world number 1 Team Mowat in a head-to-head charity curling skins game with a twist. 8 ends, 4 rule changes, and curling like you've never seen before. Watch it live on the Grand Slam of Curling website, app, and YouTube with celebrity coaches and special guest appearances. The Curling Group's first ever Rio Mare Battle of the Sexes, April 7th, Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. Get your tickets now at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
All right, welcome back. Heartbreaking end there for Rylan Kleiter, as he ended up giving up 2 as we get going in the third. we do want to reach out and give a huge congratulations to Rachel Homan of Team Canada on winning the World's Women's Curling Championship, defeating Switzerland this morning, and a record-setting event for her. It is the first time since Sandra Smirler that they have won, Team Canada has won women's back-to-back championships. So absolute congratulations this morning to them. And I got to watch the champagne drinking out of the women's championship cup. Quite something for them to be able to do that.
Well, they earned it. They deserved it. And it's great to see Canada doing very well on the world stage. They've had a pretty dominant season.
Yeah, the men's coming up again. This kind of a bit of a get any rust that might exist for some of these teams. We were talking about the Korean team the other day when we were calling it as this one makes its way down, trying to sit on top. And will it curl over enough? Bounces and lies about half buried. So Rylan is going to be fairly happy with that particular outcome because it gives him the opportunity to get rid of that red stone and get another one into the house after that last heartbreaking end.
And it was so devastating because Team Laycock was only sitting one before Rylan's last shot, and then he picked his own rock out with very soft weight. It was difficult to do. They got caught in between, and the rest is history.
So that's a nice shot. Comes down. Lies two now. Taking a look whether or not they can get past the guard enough to do the double on that side. But I think they're opting to maybe go the opposite way. I didn't quite see the full call. But it looks like they're going to try and get past the guard and roll a little bit behind cover. That is about halfway again. So it's the half cover shots today.
Yeah, pretty much.
So just a quick upbeat. Looks like Klima has a 4-0 lead over on one sheet. And trying to check in. And wow, there's a bit of a surprise. Lubin is leading Sweden 3-0 after one. So that's a bit of a shocker. This one, they're going to stay on this side and roll the opposite way. So beautiful, creating the distance. Will it stick around? And no, it does not. So we'll see. These guys get rid of this. Could be another blank end. Will it roll? It's half buried again. Well, actually, that's not half buried. That's about quarter buried. So
oh, it's close enough from the hack. You know, at a slight angle, it is maybe a third buried, maybe. but I still like the theme that you're bringing along here.
Well, sometimes we've got to be creative, and been doing this for a few years now. I broke 10,000.
Totally, yeah. You've got some good experience with commentating and coaching.
Yeah, I
it's
think
cool to be commentating with you.
Sometime last month I broke 10,000 games that I've called.
Oh,
in the last 30 years. That's crazy. All right.
Fantastic.
All right, so that's nicely positioned in that one. That one is fully covered. Maybe a sliver not covered, but we'll see them make a play on this one. I think I've had enough coffee to be awake at this point in time. And this one's just a bit inside. They may be going all the way through the port. Well, I'm pretty sure that's not what they wanted.
That's not going to do.
As they put it, we're going to need another Timmy in golf from the famous video game. So now, looking to draw top 8, the red rock at the back of the house really shouldn't come into play. Rylan looking to set up for 2 to even this game. I can't see where Meacham would allow him to set up for 3, but after the missed shot, and that would be the first missed shot of this particular game, I would count. We never know. They've got to watch that run. So that's beautiful. I'm going to say that's 95% covered. What do you think?
I think so, yeah. But a lot deeper than they wanted. If Laycock can put a rock right on top of it, they're getting forced to. There's not going to be enough room for a second yellow rock.
All right, this one should follow this one all the way down. It's funny how that happens in curling. Up, down, up, down,
Yep.
up, down. The only game in the world where you get to throw a rock into a house and not be arrested.
Yeah, pretty much.
I do not think that's going to help the cause incredible. So now, I was saying just a moment ago how it's hard to set up for 3, but that's exactly what we've seen here is a setup for 3. If he punches that back and rolls over under cover, it's exactly what he would be sitting is 3.
Yeah, they didn't even hit the yellow out of the 8-foot. That's a pretty tough result on that one.
Just my wife is in the background laughing at me because I poured the wrong glass of something into a glass, and it's not what I like. So here we go. This is looking pretty good, but will it have enough weight? Didn't curl over enough, and does it punch it back far enough? It does. So Kleiter now sitting 3. The rock is 3/4 open. They've got to watch for the jams if they punch this back too far.
What do you think? Can they make a triple here?
A triple.
Yeah.
You and your triples today, Ryan.
I'm seeing things.
Well, the angles are kind of there, but do they really want to do that? Because
yeah,
I guess it limits it, but then it takes a lot of the options away. Remember, we're only early, but this is a win or go home situation. So this may be what they're looking for. They're going to get 1, 2.
Oh.
Well,
So
that's
close.
pretty close, actually. Who's lying second? I think it's red at the back.
Well, it doesn't matter because you could just hit that red one. It's spewed up through the port.
You could. I mean,
well, while they're looking, why don't we watch the end result one last time?
well, okay, it's working now.
They just swept it a little harder. Then they wouldn't have jammed, like you said.
All right. Well, while we were away, they made a decision on a call.
Yeah, this looks just like a draw. Broom on the tee line. They're confident they're sitting 2. Let's see if they can pick up their 3rd point.
Well, and they can draw a little bit heavy on a back redstone. They'd still be laying second shot. So,
yep,
not a lot of risk here. The only risk is if it doesn't curl and it hits that yellow stone, but it's now past it. Now it's about weight. And he gets it. Looking pretty good. And now the final decision. We know he's got 2 for sure. But did he get 3? And again, just a second ago, we said about, well, we're going down to the measure. So we'll stick with you on the measure, and then we'll cut the break. Well, what do I know about this game? Because I said to get 3, it'd be hard to do it, but they may have 3 here.
Well, they better have 3, otherwise they should have hit the red rock.
Well, somehow our scoreboard says that they've got it.
Well, I put it in as the rock went onto the button. I did not expect a measurement here. Because it takes a little bit to update. But I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing that stick around. I wonder if they're just hoping that the pin is off quite significantly. Oh, yeah, not even close to the red rock. Yeah, it went by pretty easily.
All right,
okay,
we'll be back.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like 1 more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Stronger agronomics, better returns, greater peace of mind. From pre-seed to post-harvest, you can count on the Victory Canola program to keep you and your farm ahead of the curve. Grow with us at victorycanola.com.
I have an idea.
Pop out. Good morning again. Welcome back. Great end played by Kleiter. Last end to get 3. And now we're into the 4th end. What's your thoughts there, Ryan?
Yeah, that was a much needed 3 points after a very, very disappointing second end. And now we've got a game on our hands. Nobody really has an advantage. It being down 1 with hammer, you're kind of theoretically tied. And let's see what these two teams can do. So here comes Team Laycock trying to freeze it down. It's not going very fast, though. It's a tough result. You don't want to be putting up a guard on the other team's rock like that. Especially with the hammer.
No, and I mean, although you can see it, the port is so off-angled, you can't really get down into it. Of course, if you're the Chinese team, well, you make a run at it, and you make it somehow. Mr. Hall with his rock in this end. I find the new sweeping position interesting, the bunny hop. So this has got lots of weight on it. A little bump, perhaps, maybe not. There we go. He got the double guard, which is sort of looking like quad guards. And they'll peel this one out.
This rock is flying down the ice.
And they get 2, but they replace the high guard again. Over on the other sheet, Sweden is now leading 4-3. And our other update is the Czech is leading by 2. So lots of predictability a little bit. This is a close game, of course. looking to move the Yellowstone just into the house. And that's a lovely shot. 100% buried. Now, again, I have been noticing the slight little tick finish on things. This one comes down with authority. One misses the second, rolls out, and Kleiter still sitting one. Sweated a little bit on that one, so he'll put it top 8. That's the call. Which way is he coming at it? Oh, the decisions that must be made.
Yeah, I think I like this way. The guard's just a little bit higher. There's more room for Team Laycock to get one in there, so it's better to kind of block this side off, I think.
Making its way down the sheet.
Well, it's a pretty easy double peel if they want to take it on.
Well, that looks like what the debate is all about. Well, they've settled into the pocket here, making a decision.
Shimmy off both of them. Oh.
Even some more sweat and tears. Well, no tears yet, but
oh, that one hurts. But I want to see that one more time. See how close they can get to the guard on both. They got really close to the yellow initially, and then they got close to the red guard. And the yellow in the house. Oh, unbelievably unlucky.
it was all skill, Brian.
Yeah.
It was all skill. That's what we say.
Or lack thereof?
No, I wouldn't say lack of skill.
Not for
lack
these.
Lack of the curling rock movement, perhaps, but
right. Well, it's just the way it goes sometimes.
Well, they'll try and draw one around again, which may just set up for the double again. At some point in time, they'll make a double. This is past the guard.
Yeah, it looked like they were sweeping to try to hit the guard because they knew it was a bit toasty going all the way to the back 12.
And this one's coming down.
Looking close.
They get that one rock they've been after forever, finally.
Nice.
And they end up sitting shot rock.
Well, I did a kind of a mean replay on the first one, so let's see that one more time. What an excellent run back. That's a key shot to even sit one sticking around in the house. You know, they would have loved to stay behind one of the guards, but pretty darn good.
All right, what do? You got to go after this one.
Looks like they're opting to draw around the guards. They know the path so well. I don't blame them, but the obvious call is to just hit the red one, but then that gives Team Laycock a chance to get one behind the guards, and they're probably getting two that way. So if they're going to get two anyways with the hit, you may as well try to draw around. You're never giving up three because you always have that open hit. So I think I like.
Wow, you sounded professional there, Ryan.
Oh,
for a moment.
Thanks very much, Chris. We're waking up slowly.
Vic Router. Wow, could he skinny that guard any closer?
You know, I'm a little surprised they didn't try for a tiny rub on that one.
That was about as close as you can make it.
Yeah, very nice.
Well, lots going on this Sunday playoff day. And now there'll be tons of discussion on what to do.
Yeah, this is a pretty key moment.
Lots of chat. Trying to get... I don't see how that would swing around on a draw on that side enough to get shot. I think you might be able to drive this red one back onto shot. That's a way you could get rid of the shot stone. The angle is certainly there. So they're looking at this extensively, trying to determine, trying to figure out the angle.
Oh, yeah, you want to stick it right behind the guards. Ideally, not roll open and give Team Kleiter a chance to hit and roll. Or even make a double. All right, here we go.
The decision has been made to try and do the cross angle raise takeout.
We love seeing these fun shots. It's exciting to call for. Oh, did they overcook it?
Could be close. They overcooked that one. Yeah, but they get second out of it. So.
Well, the silver lining is now the red is behind the guard, so Team Kleiter can't just run it off the sheet.
I think it's there.
I
think you can still get to it. I mean, it wouldn't be easy, but you could throw out in the weeds and still get to that. That would come back enough to to do it. You wouldn't want to make the play, but it's definitely there. I've made a few of those in my lifetime.
Nice.
But this is a much simpler shot with the skipper's last stone of this fourth end. And let's see him make this shot. We've been seeing him kind of float the elbow just a tiny bit. They had a great briar. I mean, it didn't seem like that with the win-loss record, but they did play very strong in the briar. So they got to go on this. It's got to be in there, and I don't think it's going to have the weight. I would take that. I'd be happy with it. It's a little less than what I want, but now last rock of the end. I don't know why you just wouldn't try and draw around that far side and get full four, but
I think it's pretty equal difficulty, and maybe this is a little trickier, but you have a chance for your two. So I know Team Kleiter's going to be pretty disappointed they didn't get that into the 8-foot and sit two, especially if he makes this. Or maybe they'll be happy if he doesn't make it.
No, this is going to skip by. Wow. Well, that's a steal of one for Mr. Kleiter as they go up 4-2 after 4.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Sasktel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? Sasktel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
All right, we're back. Steele off of a debatable shot. Ryan and I were debating what would have been the better shot in the end, but anyways, Kleiter ended up stealing one. Laycock with the hammer in this fifth end, but Kleiter up 4-2 as we see the standard setup occurring.
And the fact is, no matter what we think of the last shot, it was not very close.
No.
So at the end of the day, if you call a shot, you better darn make it.
Yeah.
And that was not the case. So this game's turned around already, even after this first half has been pretty back and forth.
Yeah, and over on another sheet, that's a barn burner. Nicholas Eden is tied 4-4 with Lubis and had to just make a great shot in the fourth. He was facing 5. And the end's not over there, but what a great shot that one was. We'll get back to the action on this sheet. And what's your thoughts? Who's playing better right now? I think it's pretty much even.
Yeah, I think it's pretty close. Over the last 2 ends, I think Kleiter's pulled up their socks a bit, but it's anyone's game.
So I would suspect, yeah, that's exactly what they would do. Oh, I'm not sure that's enough ice, depending on the weight. But
yeah, it looks a little tight to me too.
I'm pretty sure that that's not enough ice. But you know, Matt has the ability to throw these spectacular throws. They're gonna have to work this. Huh, what do we know? What a beauty shot!
My goodness. Yep.
Line 2. That was a very nice touch. Well managed rock.
Absolutely. It was so straight early on, and they finished it just as it kind of went by the guard. Well done.
Well, I'm surprised this seems a little bit down weight to be looking for a double. That did not help the situation very much. I think I would have thrown a little bit more weight at that. Yours?
Yep, agreed. Make sure you get both yellows moving.
This is a hit and a roll over. And Matt Hall, just made a spectacular throw the last time. This one's got a curl. There goes the curl. Is he going to get enough of a roll? Wow, what a nice shot. Almost freezes right on top. What a great throw. Matt's having a spectacular game at this point.
He sure is.
This one making its way down. Again, a little bit soft in the weight, looking to create a little bit of space. Freezes on top. The back yellow sticks around. So now you'll see Kleiter come down, jostle these just a little bit to create some space. Remember, Laycock with hammer. As the discussion continues, what's the discussion here, Ryan? Do we want to jostle this? Do we want to protect it? Looks like they're setting up.
Yeah, I think that's what they're kind of thinking about. His angle's pretty darn good for Laycock right now. If they can jostle those around, that'd be nice. Guarded up's pretty good too. Yeah, it looks like they're going after it.
Weight looks good.
A little more weight than I expected, but a nice result. I would have thought they'd want to keep the back yellow, in the 4-foot area. But that'll do. Are they going to try to hit this red one out also?
I don't know why they would hit their own stone.
I don't know either.
But
Kleiter just did. So.
Okay, this is a little strange. Maybe setting up to get 2. Nice controlled weight. But why you would...
kind of a backwards end, huh?
Well, that was a mistake. I can see jostling and maybe moving the red stone at the back of the 4-foot back, maybe more towards the yellow. But yeah, I don't understand that one. But what do we know? We're only calling this game 4-2. Kleiter up after 5. And this one's a little strange. This will make it around the front guard and bump this red one back, but how far? You gotta go. And it sticks around, but barely. So now Laycock facing 3. Gotta do something here. And maybe do something different than what he did with his previous shot. And that wrecks on the guard. Okay, well, what do we know about curling this morning? The one thing I can say is that everything is unpredictable. From the calls to the throws, what do we know? That is... That was really, you needed to have that one. And she just didn't quite make it. Lots of debate on this one now. That was a very odd call a moment ago. I'm still trying to shake that one off and try and figure out what maybe they lost track of the stones. I don't know. What's your thoughts there, Ryan?
Yeah, I think that yellow rock is high enough in the house that you can just guard that off. Because there's nowhere to hide for Team Laycock. I don't think they'll be able to find a way to get 2 points. But if you put it in the house somewhere, teams of this caliber, you never know. They could make a triple takeout. I do love my triple takeouts.
You do like calling your triple takeouts.
Yeah.
I don't see how the triple takeout would work in this particular scenario.
Oh no, not at the moment. But if they put it somewhere, like say top 8 on the center line, then it's dangerous territory. So looks like they've settled on the guard. I think that's a reasonable call based on where that broom is.
A little bit daunting music there. Here comes Skipper's first rock of the end. And, yeah, this has been a strange end so far. I don't want that to come too deep, and it does over curl. But they are lying 4. That's got to put some pressure on. Now, are you going to get your triple now, Ryan?
I don't think so. It tucked a little bit behind that red guard. So if they want a triple, they're going to need some sort of angle run back on the red.
Looks like we might be heading to a federal election soon. So that'll be another horse race, much like this one. The score says 4-2 after 5, but the gameplay gives us a little bit of a different story. They've got to make these next 2 rocks, because if there's big scores, even if Kleiter gets 2 going into 6, that it's a ladder that Laycock cannot afford to climb. And no, what's this call? A lot of debate. Steve Laycock is not here playing this weekend. He's involved in mixed doubles. So that's why Meacham is 3rd, is throwing the stones. And it looks like Jacob Livis has taken a lead 5-4 over Nicholas Eden. So that's a bit of a surprise this morning. We do not have the scores for the Chinese game or the Game China. All right. This is a hit and a roll over into the pocket behind cover. And it's executed. It's executed well. They are second.
Yeah, well done. There is some hope here if Kleiter does not make a guard nicely. They rolled. That was a long roll too.
That was a very long roll.
What, 6 feet? Maybe
2, 4, maybe 7 foot roll for second.
Pretty nice. And what are they going to decide on here? Probably just a guard.
Yeah, I think the call's a guard to the 12. So gave that a bit of a push. And that looks heavy. For guard weight, that looks heavy. Well, what do I know again? Well,
did it sit in time?
Can they get to shot stone?
I don't know. I don't think there's quite enough curl on this ice, and you'd have to squeak by that guard. I'm not sure it's worth going for.
Well, the risk that they run is if they're going to go for it and they do miss, that something disastrous could happen with the redstone.
Similar to Kleiter in the second end.
I think he's trying to see if he can see it. There's nothing lined up there. So I think they're going to draw for one. Get within one without hammer heading into the 6th. Yep, just a draw. The weight looks pretty good. And that'll be one. So 4-3 into the 6th. We'll be back.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardlines Ice Band has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Saskatchewan, you know Sasktel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With Sasktel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. Sasktel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
The people have spoken, the votes are in, and the players are ready to rock. at curling's first ever All-Star event. Live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th, where 13 of the world's best men's and women's curlers face off for a star-studded celebrity pro-am, a unique skills competition, and an all-star skins game you won't want to miss. Got a ticket? We'll see you in Music City. Don't have one? Better hurry. They're going fast. The 2025 TCG All-Star Game, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th. Let's rock.
Hi, I'm Jane. And I'm Rick, and Jane and I are the owners of Sprague Foods Limited here in Belleville, Ontario, in the Bay of Quinte area. We're a food processing facility, and we can a whole range of products, including soups and sauces and rice pudding and beans.
All right, we're back. 4-3 after 6. In an interesting end, the last end. Kleiter up, and we'll see what comes out of this particular end. We know the winner will go on to the semifinals right after this particular game, pretty much right after this game. I think there's an hour between them.
Yeah, it's at 12:30 Mountain Time, or 12:30 Central Time, I should say.
So this yellow rock makes it in, and again, about half buried. And that is the call of the game today. Most rocks getting about half buried. Keeping an eye on the Sweden game, as they are currently down. All right. This one makes its way for third shot. And he'll want to cross the face on this one or run the risk.
Yeah, they're paying the price for betraying the theme of this game of getting half buried. You can't leave an open rock when you're down in points like this.
Especially this late in the game, too.
Yep.
This one looks like it's just a tiny bit inside, which may go to his advantage. I'd let it go just a little bit, boys. Let it curl. Punch it out. Beautiful shot. And I've been very impressed with Mr. Hall and his gameplay throughout this. He hasn't missed very much at all.
He's had some excellent touch this game and all week.
And that was conducive of his performance. From the Briar, again, they didn't quite make it, but the play was there. That's for sure. Here comes the stone. Trying to... You're going to have to hold the line. If this is inside at all and they let this go, it will wreck. I think they got her by. They did. Bump, bump. And that sticks around. So their Laycock is still sitting third stone now.
Yeah, that yellow could come into play. They've got the brick here. They've got the hammer.
They do, and you're going to see some stones move. Might get your triple here.
Yeah, maybe.
Depending on
No.
how it goes. We know your favorite with triple.
Oh, I need to see one today. Come on, somebody. I'm a little surprised they didn't go after the red rock in the house. Try to set 4, put some pressure on Team Laycock that way. If you hit the red on the nose, I don't know what they do.
Well, they hit
Can't
the
hide
high
anything.
yellow. They hit the high yellow on
The high red one.
the high red. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
All good. But it's definitely the safe call to just peel the guard. But I'm feeling maybe a little greedy. I want to see lots of rocks in the house for both teams.
This one's going to come up nicely, but I don't think it's got the weight to get rid of 2. And again, they are not really helping their cause here by positioning the stones all over. Now there is a triple here. There is some risk to it, but there is a triple there. Some discussion again. Hard to fill in the blanks on all these discussionable shots. All right. The call has been made. Now it's all about the execution.
Yeah, I like that they're going after the one in the house. I'm not too worried about that center guard at the moment. You can always peel it later.
So they can afford to have this come across and roll. So now they're buying 2, 4, 5. The numbers are starting to add up. And there's one little lonely red rock there. So they better address that one. And
make sure
get
you
something else in there.
Or a triple takeout.
You and your triple takeouts, Ryan.
I must see one today.
Rock making its way down, looking to do the angle raise under cover, and beautifully executed.
Fantastic shot. Will it be good enough, though?
Well, you just need to raise that yellow onto the red. Let's take a look at this shot here. Comes down, beautiful weight. Gets by the top yellow to lay back a 4. There is a risk now. Okay.
Going for the run back. Right on the nose, pretty much. Ooh.
Well, that's the hard way. But they got what they needed. I think that was maybe a little overswept or thrown out just a little bit. But there is the 2 here.
Yeah, we need to put another quarter in the replay machine here. There's so many rocks moving.
It did. It didn't quite come up. It stayed on the right side. They needed to hit that on the nose. Didn't quite make it, but now we're seeing some execution. Call. Do you agree with this call at this point?
Yeah, I think they really, really, really want to steal in the sixth end here. It's being down 1 at the moment. They either need to steal or score 3 at points at some point to win this game. And now is a great opportunity to try to do so. You know, you can never guarantee a steal when the end's this open. You need a miss from the other skip. But hey, let's give it a go.
Well, it's interesting. Now, do you throw the guard and crawl out with 1? Because I think that's all they could get. Or do you come down and bump the red to yellow to red, creating a little bit more gap so with your next rock you can take a run at the red that you would hit?
Yeah, it's hard to say. Kleiter is pretty happy with the 1 point here in the sixth end. So they could play it safe. It looks like they're going to go after the double takeout here. I'm not sure it'll do them a whole lot of good, just because they're not going to have a shot for 2 afterwards.
Well, I think they're counting on the jam.
A jam in what way?
Well, there is no jam, really, but I think
a jam from Laycock.
Yeah, with that yellow stone. It won't happen. The yellow is about to get popped out, in particularly with this kind of weight. This could do more damage than good. Yeah, pops it over to the far side. It is a way to get your 2. You're creating your space.
Yeah, but I think that was a huge mistake because you had your 1 locked up and you didn't even have to make a shot. Now you're going to be facing 3 to get your single point. So.
Well, you know, I don't know what to say, Ryan. Other than you're right, you're not going to get your triple though.
I know. Maybe next end.
So Kleiter will be facing 3. You can't count on misses. And this one is not going to miss. It's going to nose and roll just a little bit. So now facing 3, what is he doing?
Looks like he's going after the nose hit.
You have a wide open sheet on the other side for a draw. All you'd have to do is basically touch button and you're going to go for the hit. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little surprising. With 2 ends left, you definitely want to have your draw weight in your back pocket if you want to have a good chance of winning this game. But if he's not feeling it, he'd rather be up 2 than give up a steal of 1, 2, or even 3.
Yeah, well, I guess that's the odd that you're going to play. So they get their one. They go up 5-3 after 6.
Team Homan rocks. Team Mowat rocks. But who rocks harder? On April 7th, we'll find out. Presented by Rio Mare, join us in Toronto at the Curling Group's first ever Battle of the Sexes, as world number 1 Team Homan takes on world number 1 Team Mowat in a head-to-head charity curling skins game with a twist. 8 ends, 4 rule changes, and curling like you've never seen before. Watch it live on the Grand Slam of Curling website, app, and YouTube with celebrity coaches and special guest appearances. The Curling Group's first ever Rio Mare Battle of the Sexes, April 7th, Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. Get your tickets now at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
All right, we're back after an interesting end. Rylan Kleiter is up 5-3 in 7, but that was a different kind of end that we just watched. Had an opportunity there for double, didn't take it, ended up doing the hit and stay to take the 1, gives up hammer, but he was facing 3. And just over on the other sheet, Nicholas Eden is up now in the 6-5. Anybody that's a fan? This is going to just get there in behind the guard. And finally, they get something fully buried. So that's good.
Yeah, once again, that yellow is half buried. Very interesting.
We were saying, you know, all we can do is commentate. We don't always get the calls right. We do have extensive knowledge, but some of these skips and their calls have certainly been surprising me. I'm not sure about you.
It has. Yep. Absolutely. Can Matt do it again? Yes, he can.
Yeah, just phenomenal play from Matt Hall. He's I would love to see his numbers I don't think we're taking that kind of statistic in this particular game, but it's got to be up there. This one making its way down, making a play. We know that it'll break late. The weight is up. They're not really touching it. There goes the break. Is it going to rub? Yes, just a little rub. So you'll see them. Oh, and there's that spin down. So.
Yeah, that was a decent amount.
Well, I've been seeing that with quite a few rocks doing the finish spin. And the way Matt's been playing here, we shouldn't be too concerned about it. Need to cross the face a bit. Gets it. I was a little closer than comfort, but got what he needed. All right. Facing 3 now. But they do have hammer. As they're still debating the call. Seems a little bit different. But they'd be trying to figure out what to do. I see your triple there, Ryan. There is a triple. Might be shocked.
Oh, yes.
There is a triple there.
Oh, he sees it. He wants it. Do it.
And he's going to go for it.
Oh,
all right, you're going to get your triple attempt.
He's going to need to bring a lot of heat on this one.
No, I'm not sure that's enough weight.
No, I don't think for this particular triple. Darn it.
And that's going to nose. Wow.
All right, does Kleiter guard this up? Do they dare?
Oh, yeah, I would all day.
Yeah, you try to hit that red one, you might just run it back onto the yellows.
Well, it's not moving enough. He'd have to come all the way across the face to hit it on the right side that we're looking at in order to pop it out. Otherwise, exactly what you said, you could jam it up and cause yourself a whole lot of issues. No, this is exactly that. Punch it out the other side, past the shot rock, and well, I wouldn't have made that call myself, but what do we know?
Pretty much. We are just spectators, commentators, enjoyers of curling. Get out of the way. We can't see. There we go.
Well, this is going out the other side, and that didn't help them. So now, little hit and roll just to stack and rack it a little bit longer and higher.
I like that. They can get in a similar spot. Big trouble.
It's got to curl. It's got to curl. You got to let it go a little bit, boys. Looks pretty good. Not quite enough of the roll. But that's a pretty nice shot. So now Laycock facing 3. But does have hammer. What are they going to do here? Taking a deep look at it.
Well, they could shake hands.
Well, no,
Just
I
kidding.
don't. Well, I mean, there is at least a double there again, if not a triple. If you look at the angles, the way that we see them, it is there. And it's there in more ways than one. But they've got to give themselves an opportunity to score at least one. And right now,
exactly,
Kleiter's got pretty much solid control. So, I mean, they could hit the rock off to the right, which would drive it back, and they might get the double. Open it up at the very least, giving themselves an opportunity. Or better yet, the one on the center line, they can drive back and open that up, making the draw down that side, which they prefer, and see what they get. All right. I think they're drawing in. And that's what it looks like to me, Ryan. A draw. It'll start to break. The weight's up.
Yeah, that must have been a missile because I thought it was all over the guard. But it didn't curl much. Just a little toasty out of the hand. Thankfully, second shot.
Yeah, but I think they're going to follow that one down.
Oh, yeah. This is big trouble here. Steel territory.
So if they come down, pop that one out, the shooter, depending on if they hit it on the inside, it would roll on top of the one at the back of the 8. If not, it rolls the opposite way, which is just as good. I think you'd want it to roll to the inside just a little bit. Draw right there. What do we know? According to the call, it looks like a bit of a draw. But they can afford to be heavy. They can be afford to be a little bit heavy on this shot. All right. Skipper Stone. The weight's up. It's got to curl a long way. Now it starts to go. They gotta go. They gotta go. Nice shot. Second stone, making it pretty darn hard.
Yeah, what do you do here, Chris? This isn't looking too good.
Well, you pray. You do a lot of praying.
Praying to the curling gods.
I don't really know. Is this his first stone?
Yes.
Well, his first stone is you're going to have to come down and hit something. I'd be opening it up, to be honest. If you peel out that top one and they don't place it exactly, at least you might have a shot at something. But I think he's trying to pick this out. Might get the double. The weight is up. But if that curls over too much, oh man, that was a disaster. Let's see that one again. It's not a great shot. It's a bit of a disastrous shot. He floats that one out. Can we see that one again, Ryan?
Not the release. Let's see what's in the replay machine. Yeah, just the end of the shot.
All right. Well, they could be shaking hands here. They could very well be shaking hands. I think they're going to guard up the port. Make sure that he can't make some sort of attempt at something.
Oh,
and
no,
then
he's throwing up weight on this one. He's hitting the red one. It looks like they've settled on.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to take away that run back. He's going to hit and roll to the center line.
There we go.
Probably don't want to move those yellows very much. Yeah, nice shot. Now there's nothing.
Well,
for two at least.
For two, technically there is. Technically there is. Now, play along with me for a minute here.
Okay, I don't know where you're going with this.
But there is a very skinny port between the two yellows where he could hit the top yellow that might get some movement because of the way the rock finishes on the other yellow. It's a dream and maybe a bit of a fantasy, but I don't see anything else. I think they're going to try and do this yellow to yellow, jamming it back, hoping that this red rock sticks around for shot.
Whew. That would be quite a shot for one, if he can do that. The draw might be there on the intern for one. It's pretty tough.
Well, if they draw around, he can't get the draw. There's no draw there. Not for one, because of the one that's at the top of the button. This is what it'll be, so get ready with your replay button, because this is the hero to zero effect.
Oh, it's
back
ready.
Again. Something's moving.
How much heat do you think he's going to bring on this one? A little extra?
Oh, this has got some heat.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and he pushed it inside.
Oh!
That hurts. That'll be a shake of the hands.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 at least.
I think just 4.
Let's play that one back. That was about as disastrous as it could be. You'll see it happen here. 1, 2, 3, oh. Actually,
no,
5. No.
Oh, yeah, that's 5.
Well, that was quite the game. And yeah. Wow, shake of the hands on that one. As that finishes this game 9-3 as Kleiter goes into the semis. 12:30 Mountain Time, and we'll be there. Thanks, Ryan, for joining me. It's been fun. We'll see you on the next round. I do not think I get the pleasure of commentating with you again, but this one was a close one all the way to the last rock, and then it got a blowout. Thanks. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Cheers, Chris. Pleasure working with you as well. And everyone stay tuned for the semifinal coming up in just an hour and a half. It's going to be some exciting action.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Band has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep